You ever heard that expression, praying through? I don't hear it as much as I did when I was a new believer. Praying through, what does it actually mean? Well, what it's talking about is you pray until you get the breakthrough. You pray until the answer comes. You pray until the circumstances changes. And it can happen in one of two ways. There are the times when you get alone in your room and you shut the door and you don't come out until you get the answer. And you might be in there 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 hours, but you keep praying until you press through, until you break through, until you know that you know that you know, either by tangible evidence or by assurance in your spirit, we have the answer. The answer has come. Or you pray through, it could be every day. You keep going to God. You keep going to God. You don't quit. You keep persevering. You keep going to God until the answer comes. Now, Jesus taught often about prayer. And Luke chapter 18, verse 1, it says this, and he told them a parable to the effect that they ought always to pray and not lose heart, not lose heart, not give in, not cave in. You know what Jesus is saying? It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. The other day, my trainer who was traveling sent me a workout, and he said, see if you can get it done in under an hour. Under 45 minutes will be a real accomplishment. It's going to be pretty brutal. It was brutal. He warned me in advance, and it was worse than I expected. I got it done in the time frame, but it was brutal. Jesus is saying, hey, here's a parable. Here's a parable to teach you to pray and not lose heart. In other words, it's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. At times, you will be tempted to quit. You'll be tempted to cave in. You'll be tempted to say, the answer is never going to come, or it's too late, or God's not listening. That's when we pray through. That's when we encourage ourselves in the Lord. And it could be, sometimes you feel the breakthrough is near. You go in that room, you shut the door, you don't come out until you get the answer, until you have the breakthrough. Other times, it's every day, every day. Every day, you keep going to God, you keep believing Him, you keep reminding Him of His promises, and you pray through, and the answer will come.